Hi, welcome to this video tutorial from DTH Development. We're going to be looking at one of our plugins today for DT Register, which combines the event registration capability with the mailing list from the AcyMailing component. And so when somebody registers for an event, they can be automatically subscribed to your mailing list. So what we're going to do here is install the plugin and show you how to set it up. You can see here I'm on a Joomla 3.3 site. This is just a demo site. And I've already selected the plugin file to install. I'm here in the extension manager on the install area, upload package file tab, where I selected the file from my hard drive. When you download it, you get a package that has unzip in the file name. Unzip that file and you'll have two files inside. One is a README text file that gives step-by-step instructions on how to use the plugin. The other is the actual install file, which you can see I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and install it. Okay, installing plugin successful. Alright, now before we go ahead into the plugin, I want to look at the DT Register component just real quick to point out one thing. To use this current version of the plugin, which at this time the plugin version is 3.1, you need to be using that version or later, and the version of DT Register that this will work with for Joomla 3 series is 3.0.9. If you have anything before that, this plugin is not going to work. If you're in the Joomla 2.5 series, you can also use the plugin, but you need to have version 2.8.13 or newer of the component. So having that in place, let's go to the plugin manager. Scroll down here. See DT Register AcyMailing subscriber. Disabled by default, of course. So I'm going to click to open it up, and you see just your normal plugin type layout. We are disabled here, and now what we're going to do first, I'll just point out what each of these items are. When you hover over a label, it does give you a tooltip that explains what each of the settings are. So that's a helpful thing there for you, so make sure you take advantage of that. The first item here is subscription type, forced or optional. Now, the difference here is forced is going to take a registrant of an event and automatically assign them to whatever mailing list you connect them to. So there is no option for the user. They just automatically get subscribed. There's nothing displayed about it. It just adds them to your mailing list. If you hit optional, what it will then do is add a checkbox field at the bottom of your event registration forms. The checkbox will be checked by default, but what it does is it gives the user an option to uncheck the box and say, no, I do not want to be subscribed to the mailing list. So whichever option you need to have in place, set it accordingly. The next option is default list selection. Of course, in AcyMailing, you have multiple mailing lists that you can set up. You have a default one on install just called newsletters. You can create additional ones, of course. What you see here, this is a selection where you basically will assign what events, event singular or plural, do you want to assign registrants to. By default, it just says all lists. So if I do not want to subscribe people to all of the lists, I can hit this X, close that, and if I just click in the box, it's going to open up and show me my options. I have 3 lists set up here on this site. So if I hit my events, then what that means is when somebody registers for any event, they're going to be assigned to the My Events newsletter. Now that is a default setting that applies to all of your events unless you map out something different for a particular event. Now, as you see here, there's this note. You must first enable the plugin to activate the event mapping functionality. So this is what you're going to see as long as the plugin is disabled. So what we're going to do is enable it. I'll hit save, not save and close since I'll close the window, but just save. Alright, now you see I have a new click to map events button. What this does, it allows me to specify per event what newsletter a registrant gets assigned to, or newsletters. So let's click this to open it up. So you get two columns. One is, the left side is the list of your events. The right side is the list of your newsletters. And of course yours is going to be a longer list because you probably have more things to display here. So this is really simple. You take an event, you click on it, let's say the Walk for the Cure, and I want to assign that to my events map. There we go, that's it. Let's pick another one. Let's say test-free event. Do the same assignment. Alright, so now what you see here is these two events, if I register for either one of those, they're going to be assigned to my events because that's what I have linked up here. So this gives you the little link icon. Now if I come back later and I don't need that anymore, I can click this X and remove that assignment. I can also take an event and I can assign it to more than one list. So here I have it assigned to two different lists. And let's see, let's take one more here. Alright, so I have these assignments, and then once I'm done, all I have to do is click the X in the corner to close that window, and all of my mapping assignments are saved. So if I click this and open it again, you'll see everything is still there, just like I set up. Now be aware, if I disable the plugin, it does clear out my mapping. So if I disable this, it wipes it clean and I'd have to start over again. So just be aware of that. It could be a good or a bad thing. If you need a clean slate, go ahead and disable and then re-enable. If you don't, just leave it enabled. Alright, so now what we're going to do is go ahead and save and close. And now what you'll see is as you go and register for an event, your registrants will show up within the AcyMailing, the user list. They will be added to the list of users and assigned to the appropriate lists. So again, either globally and or assigned per event. So hope this video helped you out as far as getting everything set up. If you have any questions, feel free to post something in our forum or log a support ticket, and we'd be happy to help you out. Thanks a lot.